Aloha, coming at you for another Indigenous Minded YouTube journal video. This is number 50. Um, yeah. This week, this past week, I think it's been over a week since I made a video. Been on surgery every day since Monday, since coming off PTO. It's been good. It's been good. I'm glad I got a little bit of surgery before the rotation ended and they brought us in. It's interesting to see how they do medicine and do surgery, and it's a little bit of everything. I feel like it's different than how we typically do things on our service, which is fine. This is as expected. Kind of get a sneak peek of like how a surgeon goes through their service, goes through their day. But it's mostly been good. The first few days I was on their first service called GS1, which is mostly surgical oncology patients, and just rounding in the morning, kind of learning how they like to round. It's kind of similar, you look at the patient, look at their vitals, look at like outputs. You think about what type of procedure that they had or going to have. Pretty early mornings, but it's been good. And then I've been working through the week, and I flipped over into acute care surgery, which is our ACS group that basically takes everything that comes in as consults in the emergency department, things that need to happen. And the four big things that do come through are SBO, so small bowel obstructions, INDs, so incision and drainage, like abscesses, appendicitis, cholecystitis, those types of things. So it's been good to consult as kind of the surgery intern and kind of see that perspective and what we look at, and kind of refreshing over like indications, risk benefits, and kind of that whole thought process. So it's been pretty good. It's been pretty quick. A lot of it's been kind of learning new lingo and how they do things, and how they work things up, how they write things, orders, things like that. But I think I've been doing a lot of learning in general, which has been great. Really getting a lot of small bowel obstructions, presenting, been a part of a few. Today I got to do a procedure. I did a incision and drainage that was at bedside. That was cool, with the chief resident. Kind of interesting dynamic working with, they have 5 years of residency as surgeons, and then also working with these other interns that are prelims, and mostly a lot of them are going to radiology from this program. So it's interesting to see a different perspective and different side of medicine. But yeah, it's been good. Got a few more days. Work today, most of the day. I have Memorial Day. I'm working tomorrow, which working tomorrow will give me another PTO day, which I was counting on. And then Tuesday will be the last day of surgery. And then I'll be going into my JOSO block, which is a combination of medicine, half of medicine and half of like medical like specialties. So the first half is the medical specialties. A lot of them have been canceled, but I was actually taking CME and taking vacation the first part of this block, most of it. So it's not like I would have been there because I would be on vacation. There's some things when I get back I'll be able to do a little podiatry. And then I finished the last half of the block, which is the last block of intern year on medicine, and I'll finish on nights. So that's interesting to look forward to. But yeah, it's been a pretty good week. I'm over halfway. A lot of great learning, but kind of understanding like, oh yeah, this is something that, I chose not to go down this route, and I think I'm happy. I'm happy with the specialty I chose with family medicine. Seems like, and everyone has a different perspective, coming from where they come from, but seems like a long journey, and it's a lot to kind of do. But I know I could do it if I wanted to, but it's good to just kind of take from it what I plan to use in my practice. And I'm glad to have the time that not the whole block wasn't canceled. I'm very fortunate to be able to get in there a little bit. But yeah, and it's kind of the weekend schedule, so that's been even different than during the week. So it's a lot to adjust even the last couple days, but it's been good. It's interesting consulting like medicine, which normally that would be my service, like medicine, and trying to think about things as a whole, and kind of thinking about the things of like being a consult versus being like the primary group that's taking care of a patient, and it's kind of influences your way of thinking and how you approach the patient, and what you're offering, which is kind of interesting. I kind of noticed. But yeah, last few days of surgery, and see how that goes. Let's see, any movies? No. Keep it mission minded, keep indigenous minded. Alright, aloha.